crunchy. Not eat the cat. I'm not eating the cat. Fundamental misunderstanding there. There we go. You see, what I will be doing is what it says to not do. We continue Horror Month with another game that someone put on a document. Do not say 6 more months until 3 years. I'm old. We get rid of Milky the Thing? Yes, that was voted out. We had... People wanted new emotes. And to get the new emotes, one of them had to go. And that one was unanimously voted out. The horrors of the American auto insurance system are bad. Mainly because I fucking hate dealing with anything that has to do with legal documents. I hate writing on paper. I hate doing anything like that. It sucks. Okay, what I'm most interested in is whatever the fuck's going on here. Because the thing is, look at Jacob Alfred, is that, like, anytime you deal with any legal document, you gotta sit there and you gotta go through every single form in, like, septuplet. And if you don't, then they're like, sorry, we can't process this claim. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like out of your pocket, it's like $150,000. Can't even do this anymore. No, you can't. See, that was the reason. The thing was there for a reason, and then everybody didn't want it anymore. So now, we're here. You can start using higher tiers for emotes. I don't want anybody to ever give me more than, like, $5 for emotes. That's not... No. I am not letting people pay me that much money to do anything. Like, oh, yeah, you know, yeah, it makes sense. It's $25 for, like, 2 people kissing. Oh, that's totally worth it. Today's going to just be, like, nothing. You can set the price for power-ups. Yeah. I should set it to, like, $30,000. Again, just, like, no one should, like, ever have to do this. The cat game. This isn't really going to be like a game, like where I blab. This is largely going to be me just like reading a book. What if I gave you $5 for you to give me $6? All right. I'm interested. V, tell me more. How does this business transaction work? You have my attention. You're telling me that in this process I can lose $1? Give me $1. Interesting. Interesting. Are you gonna try the Silent Hill 2 remake when it comes out for us poors later on? No. I've never been a horror gamer. I'm not like a Silent Hiller. Horror games don't like do anything for me. I can appreciate them, but playing them isn't really like an experience that I do. Because I feel bad. Because, you know, the entire point of a horror game is to be scared, and for the most part, I'm not scared when I play a horror game. And usually, the surrounding gameplay mechanics of a horror game are not enough to carry it. Because a lot of the appeal of horror game is that it is a scary game, and that you will play the game and, like, especially psychological horror games. It's like you'll play it and you'll understand, like, this deep, the metaphors and the similes about how the tree outside is actually a representation of a love once lost and how it still haunts you to this day. That's all lost on me because I play shit like Ultra Kill where the entire point of the game is, what if you had a gun and you could shoot people with it? And I'm like, what if I could? So Silent Hill 2 to me is just a really Silent Hill in general to me is just a really clunky video game series wherever shooting things feels bad and is not encouraged. And then more than that, like, the story is also lost on me because I'm a bonehead. I'm stupid. So that's why I don't really ever, like, do anything with horror games. Anyway, here's a horror game. The point of this game is to not take this cat home. Like, I think you used the word simile wrong. Metaphor, whatever. Who give a shit? The English language is made up anyway. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? Turn to head home when... Oh, what was that? Only a few people around on the street. Makes sense to the increase of missing persons around in the area recently. Well, that and the weather. Go away, hype train thing. None of them react to sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Does it meow twice? Game is terrible. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting-looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you.
The horror.
It's so cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in the cardboard boxes these days anyway? Won't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Take the cat home. Duh. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry. Good luck out here, okay? You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Not a fool! All right. I did it. I beat the game. All right, take the cat home. You know what? You to get all the endings. I don't even know how many endings there are. I know literally nothing about this game. The only thing I know about this game is that it was on the document. Why not? They're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... Bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another leaving big. Is this like Slay the Princess? Yes, this is what's called a visual novel. There are words on the screen that you read, and then you click buttons to do choices. That's just the visual novel genre. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with a tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. I think there's ads. I forgot about the ads. I keep forgetting about the ads. There's ads. I'm going to assume there's ads. Because, like, I just saw the pre-roll thing pop up. I'm assuming there's ads. I think there's ads cut to cat. Okay, so yeah, I was right. There's ads. I got 10 ads. Yeah, like, again, there's like 3 minutes of ads. Penis music. So again, we're here, we're living. Whenever everybody's out of ad hell, then we go back to doing things. And then we have like an hour of no ad. How does this one person in like the Mude bot just keep rolling all of the goon characters? How do you do that? How do you get through the day knowing your skeleton is wet at all times? I mean, what the hell else would it be? Dry? Everything inside my body is wet. Duh. It's like, oh, you're breathing manually right now. Yeah, and? So what? I choose to breathe every time. I run my entire autonomic nervous system. The heart, I'm pumping that right now. Lungs, I know what I'm doing with those things. The pancreas and the kidneys, I'm working them right now with my brain. Nothing about this process is automatic. I do everything. You really think that, like, oh, your skeleton's wet? Nothing. Nothing. You work in your brain, too. No, thing's been off for years. Go away, ads. When do the ads go away? Are the ads gone? I want to like leave the penis music dimension. You're free. Okay, good. Ads are gone. We can go back. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. Cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. Just a cat, after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomatoes You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're at the head of the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter and sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hey, don't worry, it was just a... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. It's your blood. You're so shocked by the time you come to your senses the knife isn't completely licked clean. Cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Yeah, well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways, so what's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with the bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While you're trying to watch TV. You gently push away every time, but you're starting to get worried at this strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what it'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking of the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched. Come on, enough already! You shove away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off into the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down? You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of the local vet, you pick up your landline and... The lights just went out? Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked the power out. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. Must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. Before leaving out earlier? I mean, going out? The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. The rain stopped? But then, why'd the power go out? You look outside. Sky's pitch black. What time is it? Trying to check the clock. Cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. Not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky pits. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. Silence punctuated the rapid pumping of blood in your heart. It's overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make some sense out of everything that's happening. The order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever's watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, Yo, let's play. We playing Amnesia? Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement. Action. But you're still weak from fear's grip in your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Sharp pain explodes at the center of your foot. First, you think you've broken your ankle. But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting at a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt. Your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. And you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light of your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as it's skipping in delight, and bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing of your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat.
The horror!
The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again, completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! Cat barely moves, shoulder is twitching as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. Sky is black and bleeding red. There's a strange light emanating from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact as it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all around you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because... that cat's right there ahead of you. Then... what in the world was behind you? Oh, what's behind me? Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I can't skip this. Okay, never mind. The weather's perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck's finally starting to turn around. I mean, you know, you're getting excited at the possibilities where you could go, what you didn't do, who you could even meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. The alleyway, we reach down the tall buildings, to the end of the alleyway. Cat. Okay. We're here again. You look so familiar. Holding control should work if you don't know. And again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting too close like the other strays have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Do not take the cat home. Never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. You have rent to pay, bills to pay, not to mention you have buy food. Can't care for a cat long term, right? Can't afford this little outing on your day off. What could do? Leave cat. What if it's attached and somehow tracks you back down to your home? You never get away from it. Sorry, I'd see you around. The cat meows almost pitifully at you. Bye. No, nipping this thing in the bud, getting on through day. That's what's best for both of you. Leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? Forgotten, you still haven't decided what you're going to do for your day off. I'm going to go to the dog park. I'm a dog person now. The only within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make it feel better? You get to see a cute cat, and I get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. Dogs playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cute, whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with those mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that? Yeah, you decide to move on. Dogs are so adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. But you know that not all the owners are cool as strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path trying to exude a welcoming aura that'll beckon one of the cute dogs to you. You don't gotta wait very long. Dogs. You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Maybe I, pick up the puppy. Hold on. Very much rain and the reflex to throw the puppy from as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy. But you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. I want to stay at the park. You stay at the park! You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. Okay? You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, so sorry about that. You throw that back. You look up and see an owner waving at you in the distance. More importantly, dog. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. It's gonna turn like Smile Dog or something. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry, throw it back! Throw. Jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive! The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I? Pet dog! Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. Pet the dog! Reach out your hand. And you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the other pet owners. The sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. As it does. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse. But for some reason, you don't look away. A loud, piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears, but the hand that's been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all around the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then just starts to move with a shudder. This happened to my buddy Craig one time. Slithers across the grass toward the field in the center of the park. All the other piles of goo are following after him. They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park? Maybe. I don't know. You try petting it again. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run. Yeah, you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. Ow! Oof! Ow! Tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person! Alright, we don't take the cat home. We leave the cat. We ignore the cat. Today, we're going to a movie! It's been a while since that film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay, though. You're not exactly a fan of crowds. It's just a Prince Gambit with pets. No, this is a visual novel! Nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Go to old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe in the 70s. That's what you're counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but you can't help but be concerned with everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. Pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap at the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on. No commercials or trailers pop up. The movie just begins. Pleased, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. Just as you're getting into the premise, the door behind you opens momentarily, casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It is a public establishment, after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense that the new presence slowly shifting around the theater, before heading in your general direction. Ah! You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here, and plenty of places to sit. The stranger's also unusually tall. Even with a stadium-like arrangement of seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. Okay, we'll move to another spot. You want to risk escalating the situation further? This whole thing's already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. But, as you settle down, see the strange person get up, only to once again sit down and directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helplessly as if someone's wanting to silently agree with you how odd this all is. Or at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. There's no one else in here with you. So I always liked it, but can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else in here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. Okay, find another spot. You move again. And again, they sit right in front of you. You bristle, annoyed and a little humiliated. Are you gonna get a kick out of this or something? You wasted enough time with this jerk that you don't want to know what's going on in the movie anymore. Let's just leave. You decide to leave the theater. There's still enough time left in the day to do something else. All right, we're going to the new theater. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming, you decide to join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. The decor is chic and sleek inside the building, bustling with people. Not what you're usually into. It's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing among themselves. You'd get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stand are long, and the prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls and follow the signs to the theater designating your ticket before heading inside. Blech. You sigh at the sight of an absolutely crowded theater. Head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself seated and annoyingly off-center to the screen. The screen's at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Lights fade out, the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials leading through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop by the time the movie actually begins, but it doesn't. It doesn't even get slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Suddenly the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. You know, like meow, right? You know, like meow, right? Sound is strange. Not all like any cat should sound. Haunting. Almost melodic. And layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say, you know, like meow. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on screen. It sounds like a Zelda enemy. This sounds like a Twilight Princess song. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison. Everyone starts intently staring at the cat on the screen. Feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself. But the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, to notice out of the corner of your eye, some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen as time goes on as if they're getting impatient. Bye. Perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending on leaving the theater, when everything comes to an abrupt stop. All the chanting stops, even the cat's chanting on screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow, throat suddenly dry even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnaturally intense scrutiny. You force yourself to step forward, and forward, and forward, until you reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clearer their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they had been minutes ago. Identical frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab you from behind. But no one does. You don't even hear any of them get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much of a distance between you as possible between you and the theater, full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in huge gasps of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it, as well as its source. You look up, and your stomach sinks. Yeah? All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you. And they look at me angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths and the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare to look up at someone along the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. You think you start to hear the faint sound of a cat's meowing behind you, or maybe a kitten's? Doesn't matter. You just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble with the keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the door, and slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, and slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares and glaring eyes, you try to ignore the ever-increasing sound of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Black sheep. Yay! Don't take the cat home. Leave the cat. Ignore the cat. We go to the carnival. You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts. Games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet. It's still high in the sky, but it will be soon. It will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should have just gone home for the day. And you stop in your tracks. You see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors. Sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? You enter the maze. I love mirror mazes. I love running like head first into a fucking glass pane and going like, ah! If your room's in, you notice the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why'd you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it is something new to experience? I can't do this today. You turn around to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you've all turned around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just gotta keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down to pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Light doesn't look very... The lights! The power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone and check the time or maybe call the police. Your phone's dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. You must reserve it for a worst-case scenario when you feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. Take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, daring adventurer! Welcome to the Mia Maze! Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Yeah, sure. Once again, welcome to the Mia Maze! You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry, you're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing your best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the path before you for a second, and also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It's highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They could be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this won't be much of a Mia maze without Mias. Can they hurt you? No, they're just Mia's silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a Mia or something else. It's recommended that you stay put, and maybe it'll just work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. The flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it up all at once. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up to the top left. And your lives to the top right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. Wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human. And humans usually only have 1 life, yes? And yet here you get 3! Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? I'm ready to play. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go! Right. I go right. I go left. I stay. I go left. I go left. I stay. I go center. I go right. I go right. I go right. I go right. I go center. I go center. I stay. I go left. I go center. I go right. Go center. Go left. Center. Center. Left. Left. Stay. Cool. Easy. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. On the other side, you see an endless white void and... yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless. Faceless. And empty. So empty and listless that you don't even acknowledge your presence. You try and turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass, a familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you. But you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head,
then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. You beat the maze! Is there a good ending in this? I don't know. There's 40 endings! All right. Hang on, I gotta go, like, bother the old guy at the theater. So I will ignore the cat. Bye. I love movie fun. I go old theater. Hey, jackass, can you get the fuck out of the way? Your throat's closing up and your body starts to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. But you paid for this ticket. You wanted to watch this movie for ages, and now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who'll help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that if you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance between yourself and a stranger, you stand up. Even standing and higher up on the incline, the stranger is still at least a head taller than you. You bitch! Movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls over the theater at your movement. As if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harsh than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. Being a real jerk, you know that? Just what are you playing at, huh? You trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused? Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly. Like a small animal desperately trying to anticipate the moves of a predator, you don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't even dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns, then turns some more, then turns more, beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking, to face you directly. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. Me too, buddy. The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly melodic. Alluring. It also snaps you out of your terrified trance before you know it, and you're already out the door. You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward to burst through the doors. You look frantically around the street, spotting crowded cinema across people. That's what you need, safety numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street with a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Don't look behind you. I want to look behind me. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back of its own accord. While in the middle of the street, you catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking person standing behind the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms. Something familiar. But me too. A glimpse is all you get as a truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. You're killed on impact. Your body splattered across the road and crushed even further into the heavy tires. All right, I've died again. Fuck it, let's take the cat home. Yeah, well, why not? Right? You barely reach out your arms when the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. but that'd be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, only one you living alone in it. So it feels really, even as the cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat onto the floor, you wait for it to walk around and explore its new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Do something with cat. Like what? Play with cat. The poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day, just watching crowds of people walk by him, ignoring them. You can't just leave him alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay, then. What to play, though? Laser pointer. They're also natural hunters. Sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something you'll never quite understand? Sounds a little mean when you think of it like that. But it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone, dreaded days of group presentations in school. You flip it on and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick out of aiming at a mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw to your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. Manage to hold back a chuckle, not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down, but the next second you've already moved to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here, over there, and over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. In its haste to get to the light, the cat leaps onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oh my god! The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards. Back hunched, its head whipped around back and forth as if in a panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. So sorry, are you okay? You hurt? Reach down to pick up the cat and check for an injuries when... Hey! Cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Really hurt, you know. You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into your concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want it to stop, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling the vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it... An idea comes to you, or rather, a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away toward the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair, leaps high into the air, changes in the air, and slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat somehow has grown in size. Eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered alarmingly with a bubbling froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't really know what to do. You feel trapped. You gotta get away. Get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away, this way and that, the cat stampeding after it. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forgot something. You forgot several somethings. You forget the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror, still miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway, the laser reflecting off of it, putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your head. As you reach the door, you forget that it's locked. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. This fucking cat! Alright, pet the cat. What's the worst that can happen with just petting the cat? It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do if you but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. The cat dashes over to you immediately, climbing onto your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? You carefully pet the cat and rub behind an ear. Scratch under the chin, smooth sweep along the back. Good? Keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. All right, we'll do something else. Who the hell's breathing in my ear? Stop that. Feed cat. You regret not shopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow anyway. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Can of tuna. Meatloaf. And what's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. Foul odors leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. Cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it mystery Tupperware. Is this really a good idea? Fine, I guess this is what you want. Just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Yep. Give me a minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but you honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything's just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery. You're more than happy to keep it unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it's the same color. The most unfortunate shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseatingly wet green film over the top. Am I supposed to warm it up? You don't really know how to serve it. Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. Cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing it as if it's savoring the scent. You turn it into the fridge and close it. Yeah, you've lost your appetite. You're at the head of the bathroom and wash your hands for the next hour or so when... Ow! Sharp pain in your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself in the kitchen sink and look down and see that the tip of your sock is... red. And the red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. You bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off the sock to see the damage. Your middle toe is... gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place. Steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back as if it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Phone, where's the... Your tongue is... What's happening to me? You slowly look over to find the cat still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews at the gross piece of... Wait. That's... You look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. Looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue? Ah. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece that looks kind of like a... You collapse into the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around in the blood-soaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was, felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. Hurts so much. You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Your eyes. Your eyes! You fall limply back onto the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Foot, mouth, insides, eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you time to just... You are what you eat! This cat sucks! This cat is terrible! Every time I bring it home, I'm like, hello, my sweet little creature. I am here to save you. I'm here to take care of you. My dearest little boo-boober. My boo-boober. Alright, let's just keep petting the cat. Fuck it. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your unusually overworked mind. You keep petting. Cat leans away from your next head pat, trying to get out of your lap. Keep petting! You scratch under the cat's chin and bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Hey, keep petting! Keep petting the cat. The cat bites off your finger. Hurts. Definitely bleeding now, but for some reason, just can't stop. You know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You'd think that it would be shining in the faint light in your living room for a... Yeah. It's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. Seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction of your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat, when in a flash... This cat sucks. Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. Flops onto your lap beside the cat. Cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. Really hurts. It really hurts. Then, the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what'll happen if you don't heed the call. What do you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt from your insistent petting earlier, and yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle limbs. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, glowing eyes glinting dangerously. Well, all right then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume the petting to your best of your ability. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you... This cat sucks. All right, what if I just, like, mystery option here? You're not ready. All right, turn back. What kind of monster would you be if you could? Stressed, but here, hi, Milkman. Hi. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of fucking time. Hello, cat. Looks almost hopeful, its tail switching faster as you leans up and a little more toward you, as if eager for your next move. Stay. The more you hesitate to leave the alley, the more you find yourself wondering. What's the point? You'll go where? Do what? What's the point of when you're always doing all of it completely and utterly alone? Even going home to your apartment wouldn't help, would it? One bedroom, one bathroom, and one you living alone in it. It's been that way for so long. So long. There's ads! There's ads! Forgot about the ads. I forgot about the ads. There's ads. There's ads. No one do anything. There's ads. No one do anything. Here's Undertale. All right, we do nothing. Nobody breathe, nobody blink, nobody do anything. Nobody adopt a cat. How's it going? Good. I mean, I'm here reading a story about a cat. That's all I'm doing. Now again, like this is story time right now. All right, we are here to like sit around the campfire and just look upon the story. How the fuck are there like 7 million endings? Okay, we're here to get like the true ending. That's it. We're gonna get like the true ending, and then like once the true ending has been gotten, then that's it. Or, like, I guess whatever the good ending is or something. There's gotta be a good ending somewhere. Wherever, like, nothing bad happens. That's what we're going for. True ending is likely locked behind everything else. Do not take this cat home. True ending. How do you get the true ending? Why is there a bunch of things on, like, the game theory subreddit about this game? What the fuck? How do I true ending?
I'm free. Okay, ads are gone. We're here again. You're startled when you feel an impossibly soft paw pressed lightly against your wet cheek. You didn't realize you've been crying. Or that your little breakdown had literally brought you to your knees right in front of the cat's box. You feel slightly embarrassed, but the cat responds as if it can sense your self-depreciating feelings creeping in. It presses its paw on your cheek 3 times in quick succession, as if trying to slap you out of your melancholic state. But they're so light, the slaps feel like getting gently and eagerly petted. Can't believe I'm having a meltdown in a dirty old alleyway with a stray cat comforting me. You smile and show your gratitude with a scratch to the cat's chin. Thanks. I'm fine, really. It just happens sometimes. I really do like being alone most of the time. It's the only time I feel comfortable being myself, you know? But even I get lonely every now and again. It's easy to ignore when I'm keeping myself busy. That's why I pushed myself into going out today, I think. Or maybe I was hoping to make a friend or something. But I guess that wouldn't be a good idea. Doubt someone like me would make for a very good friend to anyone. Okay, I won't go as far as to say that, but... You stay. And just talk to the cat. About anything that comes to mind. Your isolation, your loneliness, your many fears, your losses, your emptiness. Although, the longer you stay there, the smaller that once insignificant emptiness feels. And so long since someone just listened. Your words shift to gentler topics, your hopes, your dreams, happy memories of the past. And I'm being eaten alive by the fucking cat. You don't even notice the once cold concrete walls of the alley becoming flesh-like, warm and pink, its softness slowly engulfing the both of you. The sound of your own voice feels hypnotic as it reaches your ears, encouraging you to speak more of the depths of your heart into the open. You give in easily. When you do run out of words, you're not sure how long you've been sitting there, but not knowing doesn't seem to bother you. Still, a strange question enters your mind. Leave and go home? Why would I want to do that? You're too tired to move. Pouring out your heart and soul to take a surprising toll on you, but you have no regrets. You're so happy. You don't think you've ever felt so heard, so seen. You lean forward to rest your head on the box. You don't feel the rough cardboard you were expecting. Instead, you find yourself resting on a mass of something. Something soft and slightly damp and warm. So warm. You can't find any to care what it could be. You're so tired. You close your eyes, and you get the feeling that they'll probably never open again. Cat. But as that all-encompassing warmth encases you slowly, completely, you feel nothing but pure contentment. Not alone. Hate this cat. This cat does nothing. Do not take cat home. Play with cat. Play with cat. What do I play with cat? Check pockets. I have string. And chocolate. Good. That was fun, right? You enjoyed yourself. Nothing else to do, no intent to take the cat home. Just that's probably best to just leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, bye. Turn him. Okay. My phone got a message. What? Aren't I a cutie? Huh? Cat does look cute. Happier in the picture. Not a picture you recognize. Did I? You didn't take this picture. Peek over your shoulder at the cat. The cat is simply looking at you. It mewls sadly as if pleading you to come back. Bye.
That was weird. Don't ignore me! Creeped out, you decided to just go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. Come back. Come back. Stares at you with my big ol' fucking eyes. Come back. Stares at you with my big old teeth. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
Can see you. Can always see you. Can't hide.
Always find you. Ooh woo. Don't you ooh woo at me. There's nothing there. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. Let's drink tap water. This isn't real. It's just a bad dream. Everything's okay. Fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water, hoping it will calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Why not turn on the light? That's all they are, right? Hallucinations. You really regret leaving home today. Must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that must be... New message. Check phone. What's up?
Hi, friend.
My, what big teeth you have, Grandma. What? You whirl around and instinctively jump back. You slip. Smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. You don't register the pain just yet, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. You feel dizzy. You dazedly feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything. It feels warm and wet. The smell of copper fills the air. The dizziness overwhelms you and you collapse on the bathroom tiles.
Help.
You reach for your phone and call an ambulance. Batteries are dead. Photobomber! Okay, so, don't take cat home. I play with the kitty cat. I check my pockets. We take photos. Let's leave the alley. Oh my god, a bunch of messages. Not gonna, yeah, whatever. You just can't look. Keep your eyes squeezed shut and your fingers tightly grip around the sink. In your mind, you beg whoever or whatever is doing this to just stop already. Stop doing this. Please. Just put me out of my fucking misery. You mutter this quietly. You don't really mean it. You don't. But as the words take shape in the darkest corners of your mind, the phone immediately stops vibrating. You think this would give you relief, but you only feel dread sinking heavily into your stomach. You can feel eyes on you. You can feel puffs of air on the back of your neck. Deep and damp and slow. You take a deep breath and open your eyes. You look at the mirror. Nothing. You peek around the room. Still nothing. Nothing at all. But you know that something's there, waiting to be acknowledged, for you to accept the fact of its existence. Only then will it deign to give you peace, to free you from a life of constantly looking over your shoulder, of fearing your own image, your own reflection. You can feel its patience, limitless and old. You can't win it against it in a war of attrition. Your lifespan will long expire before it tires of you. So, you close your eyes and accept it. As your head is severed from your neck, you're filled with peace. Grateful that at the very least, you never had to see it. Whatever it was. Headshot! Alright, don't take cat home. Play with cat. Let's look around the area. There's nothing really in this alley that looks interesting enough for a cat to play with. So maybe... How about a game? A game I've known since childhood. Red light, green light. A classic. Every cat knows how to like this. This feels like shitty Slay the Princess. It's a visual novel! Person who has only ever seen, like, Boss Baby, seeing any other movie. Getting real Boss Baby vibes from this.
This is just a visual novel. The Fury. Well, I mean, it's like fucking. Okay, look. Look. It's like comparing, like, Pokemon to, like, SMT. They are, by definition, both RPGs, but they are widely different. It's like comparing The Witcher to, like, Skyrim. They are both, like, weirdly open-world RPGs, but, like, they're very different. Yeah, like Pokemon and Digimon. They're both very different. That's why, like, that's why I keep going, like, they're both visual novels. They're visual novels.
Teaching a cat how to play might be a bit of a challenge. You get the feeling the feling's natural hunting instincts will help it find along. You walk to the entrance of the alley, the cat meowing at you. Hi, Zaxby. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. You exaggerate your movements, covering your eyes with your hands, and turn around. 1, 2, 3. Red light. The cat hasn't left its box, tilting its head at you in curious confusion. Keep playing. You got this. You can do this. 1, 2, 3. Red light. We turn on this time. The cat's out of the box. The cat freezes under your stare, as if it thinks you can't see it and doesn't move. It does understand the concept of red light, green light. Satisfied the cat is getting the hang of the game, you turn around, speeding back up. 1, 2, 3. Red light. Turn around. The cat's a few steps away from the box now, peeking out from behind a dumpster. Its eyes trained rather intensely on you. Well, at least it's having fun.
But yeah, like, this isn't a game about, like, cycles. It's just a game that has, like, a million different endings.
You turn again and feel a sudden chill run down your spine. You feel silly, but you can't help counting just a little faster this time.
1, 2, 3, red light.
Rolling around if you say red light, you look at the cat. It's halfway down the alleyway, closer to you now, but it's the perspective of what you're seeing is off somehow. Doesn't the cat look a little bigger? Pupils are thin slits now. Something not quite right. Cat meows at you again, but it sounds much deeper than earlier. It's crouched down as if it's poised to lunge forward. Your breath shudders a little as your heart starts to race. Your foot instinctively shifts back. Row! You freeze immediately. The cat looks impatient. It wants to keep playing, but gulp and turn around, swiftly counting and turning out again as you gasp out. The ground shakes as you roll back around. You find yourself staring at a long surface of black fur. You slowly look up, and up, and up. You see a giant shadowy figure leering down from its position, hunched over you, fangs dripping with saliva. Claws crushing into the concrete walls of the alley. Its glowing eyes are unblinking as they look back at you, the cat waiting for your next turn. It's so close. You turn around now. You don't want to play anymore. Just gonna back up a little bit. Take a step back. That's cheating. Run. Restore backup.exe. BACKUP. You doing? Stop! You'll break! Back up! Cat stares at you as you keep an eye contact and back up. You step back and back.
And as you take one more step back out of the alleyway. Go home.
Error. What is this, Lobotomy Corporation? World outside the alley seems to be broken. exactly did you do? Error found! Damn, Milky, you hacked the game. Hee hee hoo hoo. Wait, I didn't want to load. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I was just so tired of everything. Not you, never you. Couldn't be the person you deserve, couldn't ever hope to be. Amazing, smart, talented, and independent, you shined. In comparison, I... Damn it. So stupid. So worthless. What did I load? When it approached me, it didn't tell me that it wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting to be could be so fleeting, but to be needed? There's nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I mattered to them. That they needed me. You're walking. It's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck's finally starting to turn around. Okay. What else do? I can play with a cat. We play red light, green light. And this time I just run. Cool, I die. Digging in, piercing my flesh. I'm lifted in the gaping jaws. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious. Fear quitter. Don't take cat home. Play with cat. Purchase toy. You personally think your furry friend deserves something special. Be right back, okay? Rush to nearby pet store, browse the different toys for cats. There's many to choose from. Plush and lightly scented with catnip. But do I give the cat drugs? Can't stay in the alleyway playing forever. You can't exactly afford to get another cat as a playmate. Another? That's it! Just buy a second cat and put it in the box! We need to abandon a second cat. You're so much proud of your gift. Got something for you. Pull out your gift to the cat. It's a second cat. Light orange cream color with burnt sepia tone stripes. Plushy. Yeah, it's a tabby. The synthetic fur is soft, but not unrealistically so. Large eyes are a pale green, more subdued than you would have expected from a toy. The thoughtful details make it almost uncanny to the real thing, which makes it perfect. A companion for the cat, one you could actually afford. Win-win. That's not all. It meows. This cat looks unimpressed. Well, you think it's cute. Guess your purchase wasn't so successful after all. I can place a plushie in the box next to the cat. You get up and turn to leave. You're a few steps away when you hear an electronic meow behind you. Meow. Eh? The plushie on the ground is now... plushie's on the box. Next box. Ah! I'm losing the ability to speak. Pick up plushie. You really just want attention, don't you? It looks different. It looks at me. Meow. 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 Okay. Opens its sewn-on mouth before biting into your wrist. Try to fling it off, but it's gripping you as strong as it drinks your blood, ravenous and frantic. You hit it against the concrete walls of the alley. You try to tear at its sturdy fabric. Try as you might, you can't seem to hurt it or make it stop. It's just a toy, after all. The hell's up with this music? Like Goron City. And up to collapse to your knees in defeat. The stuffed doll is drinking more calmly now, as if its previous aggression had been a mere reaction to your desperation. It seems satisfied you're no longer putting up a fight. My eyes are closed. I feel so weak. My strength is pry open eyes, and my cat, the cat, drink of the blood. It's lapping at your wrist. It's alive. It's real. Be down at adorable if you weren't about to die from blood loss. Cat shows your line of vision, picks up the kitten. Gives you an indecipherable look before turning away. carries the kitten back to the box and starts to carefully and dutifully clean it. You sway and find you can't right yourself before falling to the ground. It would seem that this is the end. Living doll. I'm dead. Do it again! Don't take cat home. Play with cat. Hey, guess what? I don't want to do that. I want to buy a toy. Leave. Just fucking leave. Ungrateful little monster. You're welcome. Sharp pain lattices up your arm. Grab on your arm only for it to fall off. My arm just falls. Okay, so now I'm a real boy. Not blood, it's cotton. The stump doesn't even hurt. That is... Till the same thing happens to your other arm. Okay. Crying out the agony and comes and goes like it never happened. You're not currently laying on the dirty ground of an alley, limbless. What's going on? Can't make sense of it. Can't think straight. The pain has receded, leaving you with a strangely empty pit in your stomach. Considering you still have a stomach, those are replaced with. As you lay back, helpless and still in shock, staring at the sky, the cat's face appears in your line of vision. It lunges at your torso and starts biting and clawing into your chest like you're a chew toy. It doesn't hurt anymore. I feel like it should. You're not sure if you're glad that it doesn't. Eventually, you feel the cat pull something out of you. A small doll that looks very, very familiar. Hard to tell, but that doll is... That's you, isn't it? The cat hops off and heads back to the box with its prize. At least you think so. Everything's too dark to tell. You wake up and find you can't move an inch. You can't look around, you can't even breathe. None of these realizations seem to be the problem. All you can see is the face of a familiar-looking cat curled around you, purring in its sleep. For some reason, this doesn't bother you. You're not sure why you feel like it should. You try to latch onto your thoughts in your head that you feel like the memories of another life. Another time. Another you. Thoughts sip away like forgotten dreams. Oh well. That's fine, isn't it? Just a doll, after all. The doll's role didn't have silly thoughts or to remember unimportant things. It's to be a companion. Judging from the cat's contented purring, you seem to be performing your role perfectly. Perfectly. You are filled with an overwhelmingly strong sense of pride at this fact. And so you, too, feel content. Okay, I've gotten 15 out of 40 endings. You're walking. Of course you are. All right, don't take cat. I think I feed cat here. Feed cat, not think on it further. Cat want food. What to do, hungry kitty? Look at pockets. You want chocolate? Not even expired. Quite the find indeed. The Gills, you remember something gut curling. Chocolate is toxic to cats. An almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat, really stance and oblivious expression. Doesn't even know what you almost... I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say. You're a horrible person. I'll be right back. You leave the alley. The whole fish you brought at the nearby grocery store. It was quite pricey, but it was the least you could do. Munching happily the fish after you placed it in the box. You want to smile at the sight, but you feel so awful. Sorry again. The cat pays you no mind as you slip out of the alleyway. How a deer is doing today. I mean, it's probably still out there fine. Not feeling you deserve a peaceful day, you decide to just head back home. You notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots. Trying to think about it. Can't help but wonder if they know what you've nearly done. But, like you meant to hurt anyone. Right? You reach your apartment building when you're about to unlock the door when... Me too. Dozens of cats are standing behind me, looking at me. They see me feeding the cat in the alley and thought that I had more food for all of them. I don't have any food. Let them move an inch. Having a little nerve, and a single cat finally pushes away to the front end. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's... Held carefully between its teeth is a chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. Place the chocolate bar down in front of you before looking back up at you. All the cats look at you. You can feel their judgment. You feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back. Without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. Beg for forgiveness. Wait, hang on. What if I, like... What if I save here? That way I can just, like, reload and then, like, get, like, another ending immediately without having to, like, skip. Closing your airway off to force your esophagus. Am I having a hairball? Blech. What the? I spawned fish! It's a flopping fish. You just threw up a living fish. The hell? The cats come rushing forward, all tearing hungrily at the fish. You are happy to finally be of help, truly, but how? Blech! You throw up another fish. Some kind of promo for the horror alert. The what? And another. Blech! I spawned fish. Wait, hang on. Ignore that. Where is it?
You know what that means? You know what that means? You know what that means?
The
You
horror.
know what that means? You know what that means?
Your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a final tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. The more you're made up for disgusting actions that you've been forgiven. And then they eat my body because that's what cats do whenever you die. Then they give me the chocolate bar back. Feels like the bar of chocolate you found in your pocket. You smile weakly. You successfully atone, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. The last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but raw fish. Fishing for pardon. Okay, don't take cat. I feed cat. I check pockets. Bar of chocolate. I'm sorry. Chocolate. Go inside. Fuck off. Who give a shit? You ignore the yowling of neighborhood cats as you go about your chores. You consider prepping dinner. But how could you enjoy it knowing how hungry those poor cats are outside, the ones you've wronged? I go take a bath without dinner, a fitting punishment. I sink into the water. My mind races and I immediately think of a solution that doesn't require money. How do I make things right? My legs feel itchy. What rides out of isn't a pair of legs. I am a fish. It's a fish tail. You climb out of the tub to cool your head, but instead of your hand rising to brace yourself, it's a fin. A wet fin plops onto it. It's too weak to hold your weight and you're startled by its sight. You slip and smack your head on the side of the bathtub, passing out almost immediately. You're awake, you think anyway. You open your eyes and you're underwater. You must have slipped beneath the surface of the bathwater. You gasp and except not really. A bubble simply floats out of your mouth, up to the surface. You're broke as heck, so you know your bathtub isn't that big. Did you shrink? But how? If there were a reasonable answer, it wouldn't explain how you haven't drowned yet. You swim to the edge of the tub and see the truth in your own shadow's silhouette. You've been turned into a fish. You don't get any time to ponder over this, unfortunately, because then a shadow looms over you from above, and it's the cat. It peers down at you from beyond the water's surface. And then you realize this is the answer. This is how you're meant to atone. A heavy heart, you swim up to the surface. The cat scoops you up, tossing you out of the tub and onto the bathroom tiles. As you flop around, gasping for air or water, you realize the cat wasn't alone. Dozens of hungry eyes peer down at you. You can hear the yowling of what sounds like hundreds of cats outside your bathroom window. You send one last look to the cat before closing your eyes and accepting your fate. And the cats descend upon you, tearing at your flesh. And you find yourself mourning the fact that you're not even that big enough to feed all of them. Even in the end, you couldn't properly atone. Your efforts, your life, all of it, mounted to nothing. All right, we are now at 17 out of 40 endings. Feed cat. Look around area. Yeah, what can I find in alleyway? There's garbage. Creep over to the bin. What's in the bin? Grasped in my hand is a small mouse. Hello. This looks like that fucking hamster thing. Read us the story, Milky. There's just so much that's like the same. It's like, you are cat. Cat is evil. Cat kill. Cat thing. Feed mouse to cat. The mouse is reluctant. Feed mouse to cat. You feed mouse to cat. Cat eat mouse. Hamster. The cat mews happily, red tinting its fangs. It curls up in a bloodstained box. Is this an anti-cat game? I literally don't know what the fuck this game is. Like, it just kind of exists, and like, this person is being tormented forever in hell by a cat for some reason. Like, I don't know why. There's also 40 goddamn endings! Well-fed cat likely follow you home after all, and then cute as the cat is, you can't afford a pet. You feel guilty about the mouse, and you decide to go home. This isn't even talking. Is the mouse now a demon? Am I now haunted by mice? Did I eat a cat or something? The darkness of my room. There's a million mice. Ah! The hordes of mice dodge. I can't stand up. I'm about to make out the source of my pain whenever I realize that I am being turned into a mouse. Bitten through my soul. Oh, never mind. I'm not being turned into a mouse. They are just eating me. Because they are a horde of mice. Biting into your skin. Mmm, yummy. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. How many, like, mice could a real, like, adult human feed? Like, if, it's gotta be a lot, right? Because mice are tiny. Like, tiny, tiny. Like, my arm there, that could feed, like, a bunch of them. They chew through the bone and everything else. A familiar-looking mouse. It's mad. I mean, I get it. I did kind of just pick you up. Like, I'm like God, basically. And I picked up a mouse, and then I just gave it to a cat. Like, if there was some giant dude that just, like, picked you up and put you down in front of, like, a bear, you'd be, like, you'd be miserable. You'd hate that. You'd be mad. The mice are on my back, and they're eating my shoulder blades and my chest. I mean, to be fair, I get it. I think it would be fun to kind of eat your way out from, like, the, like, inside of something. Something wet plops on the ground in front of me. Oh, it's my heart. Oh, that's your heart, isn't it? Mmm, anger. Yes, I'm angry. How dare the mice eat me, you motherfuckers. Never mind, the cat is also here to ruin everything. Gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. You smile weakly. The cat nuzzles my cheek. Good cat. Well fed. Once more into the breach. Feed cat. Look around area for mouse. Spare the mouse. You sure? Spare the mouse. You hear the cat's stomach growling. It must be so hungry. It must be starving. Spare the mouse. Shut up, idiot. You caught the prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than a cat's? Spare the mouse. Undertale. Spare the mouse. Peace and love in Planet Alleyway. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey. Now! Spare the mouse! You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall, but you don't pay it much mind. Oh shit, am I becoming a mouse? Cat's hungry after all. Oh no, that's the cat. Apollo gently pulls you back and... A life spared. Cat looks different now, which is cool. All right, do not take cat home. What haven't I done here? On second thought, do not take cat home. Oh, I've already done this one. Okay, leave cat. Turn back. Leave. You can't ignore the problem being you can't trust this cat. Yeah! Cats don't require trust. They're incapable of betrayal or deception just because they're other animals. They only seek comfort and basic essentials. Living, procreation, and comfort. You feel it. This cat is dangerous. That something brought me. It called me here. Get away from it. Something about it feels sharper. Like it's aware of your thoughts and intentions to leave. It's gonna do that thing like where it gets like really wide eyes again, isn't it? It's daring you to try. Maybe I will! You don't think I'll throw down with a cat? You get a good distance, trying to take gulps of air. You feel better now. And I can still enjoy my day off. What do I do?
Go at the movie.
One showing a film in old set theater. It's so nice. Not exactly a fan of crowds.
Oh, dear.
What the? Cat! Okay. I'll go watch a movie. Oh, I love movies. I'll go to the new cinema. Oh, this one's great. All right, brand spanking new, all the fixins and everything. Oh, that's a cat. Well, I want to go to the carnival. Oh, I love the carnival. I love funhouse mirrors. I'll ease them at retiny. Hello again. All right, leaving again. I'm more of a dog person anyway. I mean, I love dogs. Look at all of them. Wait, what did it say? They should all just die. Oh, okay, maybe I don't like them. Maybe I don't like dogs that much. Hello again, dog. Puppy. Hello again, cat. Me too. What now? Ah, fine. I'll just go home. There isn't a single person in sight. I'm alone again. With a cat. I think the weirdest thing about this is that, like, cats, like, aren't this sort of, like, malicious entity that just fucks with you all the time. They're, like, literally not. If anything, the only thing cats do is, like, sit across from you and just stare at you with unceasing neutrality. Cats don't feel malice or, like, gratitude toward you most of the time. They just look at you and they're like, yep. That exists. So the idea that, like, there is, like, a cat that just exists and is, like, a big-ass bastard is really funny. They like to throw things on the ground because they think it's funny. They don't know how to interact with the world. They just slap everything they don't understand. I'm shuddering. I'm horrible. I'm horrified. I'm sweating. Oh, I'm wetting. I'm getting bedroom. Never mind. All right, we're gonna... All right, never mind. Hi. I mean, honestly, I should have taken a shower first anyway, because, like... Who goes to bed sweaty? where will you go? You glance around you and... Oh, now I'm in the flesh pit again. Closing like a mouth.
Mmm, yummy.
Well, darn. Feedback loop. All right. Once again. Here we go. Leave the cat. Ignore the cat. What haven't I fucking done? I mean, I think I've done all these. Like, what if I just go to the carnival and die? I don't even know you. Stay. Right. 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 Go to the dog park and eat the dog. I mean, I could do that. Like, mirrors, reflections that are gross, and then a guy. They're hungry, and I back up, and then the mirror eats me, which happens in real life too. Very sad. I have to always be looking over my shoulder whenever I go to take a piss. Terrible, terrible reality we live in. You failed the maze, sad face. Okay, so now I have to take the cat home because I haven't done anything else. I'll do something alone. Like, take a nap. That way I can wake up and the cat's on top of me and it's gonna be like a scary face or something. It's gonna be like, I grab water from the kitchen. I'm in my jammies. You should. What if I just sleep next to the cat? Sweet dreams. There's a warm weight on your back, but you don't see the cat. Disapproval. Not yet, then. Going back to sleep. Want to get up. But the claws dig into my back, and well, time to go to bed again. Oh, morning time. All right, the time to go to sleep again. If you could, you would haunt yourself because you think it's hilarious. I mean, duh, I would. Has it been weeks or longer? I don't know. I'm hungry. I kind of want to eat, drink. But man, I'm tired. I should go to bed. Huh? Hello? Oh, my bones cracked. How long has it been? Has it been years? Oh, where is it? 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 Did someone dub this? Please tell me someone dubbed this.
Yeah, sorry it took so long to save you from time prison, Shadow. So what did you do in time prison?
Well, after 50 years I started to feel like I was losing my sanity. So I started to break my fingers. I would just break my fingers and set them again. I started breaking all my bones, every bone in my hands. I broke my arms, separately, and then started to break my own ribs. I broke my femurs. It took a while, and after I healed, I broke them again. After 5,000 years, my bones were all scar tissue. It had all grown solidly back together that I was unable to move. And after another 5,000 years of furious infantism movement, I built up enough muscle mass to spontaneously break any bone in my body. And then I could move again. My body had done so much healing that I healed almost instantly. That is all I do now. Every time I move my body, my bones shatter and heal back into the next shape. If I take a single step, every bone in my leg splinters and then reforms. I don't know what pain is, because I've been alive for 10 million years.
That's what's happening right now. I'm stuck in the time prison. I need to break my bones. My body shatters instantly upon impact with the floor. My head rolls toward the door, and I can watch my body, which has been broken for 10 million years, Bad kitty, you tried to say, but you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. And it curls its body around me. And then we go to bed. We go to bed. That's ending 6? Okay, I do something alone. I love movie. I watch movie. I'm in pajam. I'm got popped corn. Cat on chair. What will the cat do? So I'll just sit on the floor, whatever. I love movie. Movie. If only I was breaking my bones entirely for, like, all the times I was asleep. Then I would be, like, perfectly fine. Yeah, what? You want popcorn? Can you even eat popcorn? Like, you're not like a dog. Cats aren't like dogs. They don't just, like, eat everything. It's still looking at you. Why are you looking at me? I'm not a movie. It's me. Is it me? That doesn't look like me. That looks like a giant mass of, like, tendrils. Don't wave back. Why don't I wave back? Say hi. On the screen in the chair is the cat, but it's wrong. No, that's how it looks. He's zonked the fuck out. The cats are evil! This is what they look like! It's still looking at me. I acknowledge your on-screen persona as I walk back to the frame and pet it almost loving. Then I, inside the TV, touch one of the cat's fangs. And then I bleed because I am the real TV people. It's just the mutated cat. Don't look behind you. But I want to look behind me. And then it jumps inside the cat's mouth. And then I'm dead. Maybe. I feel warm. I feel cold. I feel everything. I feel nothing. Silent film. Cool! Take cat home. Do alone. Watch movie. Get the fuck out of my chair, stupid. Alright, bye. Ah, yes. I love movie. Oh, no. The cat's in the bathroom. Bad kitty. It's eating the Xanax. Never mind. I need to fight the cat in the dark. I stand up. Stop flicking the lights on and off. You're gonna blow the bulb. Oh my god. Cat. Something was there. It jump scared me. I definitely saw something. Yeah, that. I enter the hall and it does. Is it gonna fucking do it again? Alright, come on, get new material. I peek through my fingers and I see it again. Oh, I don't feel too good. Oh, I gotta sit down. Oh. Gotta take me one of them, like, stepdad naps where you just, like, lean back in a chair and then you're just like... like, I guess it's like a grandpa nap. Hey, what's up? Oh my god. My eyes roll up into my skull and I fall back. I got scared to death by a cat. Real subtle. Oh, the eyeballs are back. The days leading up to my meeting with it, I've been obsessed with a memory. Someone precious to me had found someone precious to them. My best friend. My only friend. I was happy for them, truly. But then I'd been happy for the others, too. They promised it wouldn't happen to me again. That they knew how it felt to be told by someone you cared for that they'd outgrown you and your friendship. That they'd never, ever do such a thing to me. There's not a moment that passes now that I wish I'd risked the pain of their rejection and just believed them. But I didn't. I pulled away before they could, trying to protect my fragile heart. But it only hurt all the more. Selfish as it was, I wanted to fight harder to keep me around. When it appeared before me, it promised me to be just that. A friend that would never, ever let me go. A friend that would never, ever leave me. All I had to do was promise the same thing in return. I'm walking. Weather good day. That good thing. Maybe good luck too. Yes, lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. Or maybe it was fate. Stay night. Take cat home. Put cat, nap. Nap cat. Move cat. Keep trying. Move cat. Don't care. I sleep in bed. Deep cat. Move cat. The cat used its mind powers on me. Oh, it does have mind powers! And then it opened up the hell portal, and then I was sucked inside. Damn shame. This is why you have dogs. I touch vortex, and I become particles. I feel the universe disintegrating around me. I am everything. I am Neptune. I am Uranus. Take cat home. Do alone. Clean apartment. I love cleaning apartment. I sweep room. I sweep room. I sweep bed. What's the cat doing? I sweep cat. Keep cleaning cat. Clean the cat. Keep cleaning. What is clean forever? I don't even recognize my home. There's junk everywhere. Has it been stealing things? Do I just get free things? It's like a Pikmin. Instead, I chuckle. It's very funny. The pile sways and falls forward and kills me like a vending machine. I can't move because I'm dead. This sucks! This poor guy! A not so clean guy. That's the first ending? Take cat. Do alone. Clean apartment. Fuck you, asshole. I know you're doing it. What are you doing? Lock cat in box. Sweep cat. Sweep bathroom? Sweep toilet. Is it going to is it gonna osmosize? Oh my god, it does osmosize. Cat number 2 gets on top of counter and leaves fur on bath. Sweep cat. Sweep countertop. Get up on countertop, sweep countertop. Cat clones. I don't know, I guess this doesn't work on me that much because I don't really have, a phobia of, being stared at. Especially not by cats. I've raised, 2 cats from, birth, basically. Being stared at with their big old eyes doesn't do anything to me. Because it's just, that's just what they do. They're stupid. Blood leaks from me. I bleed on my floor. I sweep self. Take cat. Do alone. What else is there to do? I guess the movie again? And I sit on the floor. Okay, no, that one just does that.
Take cat. Do with cat. I've already pet the cat. I will feed the cat, but this time I will feed it meatloaf. Yummy meatloaf. Trust me, all right? You're gonna love my meatloaf. You haven't had meatloaf till you had my meatloaf. What are you even eating? What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? What do you have? Are you eating my apartment? Is it gonna like pop or something? I get pulled up into my own apartment and it eats me. Classic. Take cat! Feed cat! Tuna! Alright, it accepts the tuna. What do you mean hiccup? Can hat... We're on ads! Nobody blink, nobody sneeze, nobody do anything. We're on ads. I want core. This is the true horror of Milky suffering. I'm not even, like, suffering. It's just, like, I feel bad for the guy. He can't catch a break. Like, all he does is just, like, oh, man, I'll take care of a cat. And then, like, every time he tries to take care of a cat, he just, like, explodes. Well, this would have happened if you let the cat the first. I did leave the cat! I did! I did not fuck with the cat. I saw the cat. I got up. I left the cat completely alone. I did not do anything to the cat. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, like, there is, like, a wider narrative here, obviously. But, like, I don't know the wider narrative, so as of right now, it's just kind of like, wouldn't it be fucked up if this guy got a cat and then, like, went home and he turned into, like, jelly? Like, can you imagine? That's kind of just where I am with this game right now, because it's like, wouldn't it be fucked up if, like, this guy just, like, wanted to pet a cat, but if you pet the cat, then it becomes, like, the stickiest glue you've ever known, and then, like, your hands get glued together, and then you starve to death. And it's like, yeah? Yeah, that would be kind of fucked up. Get the hell out of here, ad break. Again, this is what I mean. Like, horror games don't usually, like, work on me. I will say, Sucker for Love was good because, like, it was kind of like a comedy. I need more comedy horror games. That's what I need. I need, like, dumb horror games, like the meat game. The dairy farm? I don't know what it was called. The meat farm game. I forgot what that game's called because, like, I gave it, like, 30 different nicknames when I was playing it. Merry Humble Meat Farm. Yeah, like, that game. That game was good because it was dumb.
Yesterday they announced Alien Isolation 2 is in early production. I haven't even played Alien Isolation 1. But hey, big day for people that like Alien. Has there ever been any horror games that worked on you? The farming game had a pretty good scare in it. And then Depth. Not Depth. Dredge. It was Dredge. Dredge worked whenever I went outside the boundaries of the map. Then that one worked on me. But only then. Other than that, I was kind of just drifting around the place being like, yeah, fishing! But yeah, like, that's, horror games are just like nothing, really. That's why, like, I don't play them outside of, like, October. There's still ads. Or are we, like, or are we done with ads? Because it's been, like, almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to assume that we're done with ads. I'm going to start a timer now whenever I see that. Anyway, cat hiccup. Bubble cat. The cat fills the room with bubbles. Inside each bubble, a furry fish. These will all pop. And they will eat me. Yeah. I get eaten a lot in a lot of these endings. Is this like a sex thing? It's like a sex thing. Usually, whenever people put like cannibalism or stuff like that, it is like a metaphor, like a sex thing. Okay, I fed the cat everything. Play with cat. Hide and seek. The cat will eventually find me. And then we hide and we seek again. Then I'm gonna open my eyes and it's gonna get scary! Where is the cat? Living room. Kitchen. Hallway. Alright, it phased through the door. Alright, your turn to seek. However, it's cheating, because it's looking right at me with, like, its hollow-ass eyes. My life is in danger. I need to hide. What if I just leave the apartment? Okay. I hide in the hallway closet. Hide in my bedroom. Hide in the closet. And then it's going to just find me anyway because it's like a piece of shit and it cheats. See, it's cheating right now. Scary cat. Knows where I am. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the cat. Look at the freak cat. It's gonna have a scary eye. It looks disappointed. What am I supposed to do? Disappointing prey. I can't hide better. Okay, do something with cat. Don't pet cat. Play with cat. We are playing hide and seek, and I'm winning this time. Living room, whatever. Hide in... Or just sit on the couch. Hide in bathroom. Hide in the hall. Hide in kitchen counter. Behind armchair. Hallway closet. Okay, so there's like I can only do one thing here. Yeah, whatever. Piece of shit. Yarn, hide and seek. Did I do yarn? I haven't done yarn yet. This is gonna be like, oh, but it was actually your veins, and then as it scratched it, you bled really hard. like this is just what cats do. Okay, they don't like lose their pupils. Sweet, delicious cat. Don't eat the cat. Should I eat the cat? It's getting faster, and then it's going to grow in like size and shape, and also kill me, because that's just what cats do. No one's ever, like, died from a cat. Okay, I was close. Okay, that's like my intestine. It's not like my veins. Allergies. Well, I mean, like, that's, like, different. Like, no one's ever, like, died from a cat. Do something with cat. Play with cat. All right, clean cat. Carefully queen the kitty cat. Oh my god, it's sticking to me. I'm going to become a cat. No one has died from a cat when tigers and lions are cats. They are, like, entirely different. Whenever I say cat, no one is immediately thinking lions and tigers. Lions and tigers are lions and tigers. Those are entirely different. When I say cat, everyone's going to immediately think, oh yeah, you mean like the little guys that just, like, you know, walk around neighborhoods and stuff. And then I became a cat. What a shame. Do something with cat. Clean cat quickly. All right, cat, you go in water. And now it will rise out of the water as some giant, like, furry mass. I am dragged into the water, and it looks at me with its big ol' eyes. Bath hater. Okay, take cat home. Do something with cat. I don't think I have anything else I can do. Whatever, take nap. Sleep next to the cat. I'd sleep forever, and then I become Bones. Okay, so now I don't take the cat home. I am not ready. Play with cat. No. Feed cat.
Good.
Finally. All right, this is new. Why would you do that? To feed the cat. And the pact has been sealed. How many endings are we at? 33 of 40. I feel dizzy. I slump against the cat's box, and I'm like, oh god, I'm dying. Oh, fuck. Oh, what if the cat ate me? Oh my god, a person that's like real. Oh my god, the cat's breaking apart. It's hatching. This is just like lobotomy corporation. This is just nothing there. And then the cat, it ate a person. No, I should let it feed. It's hungry. Hide and seek will let the timer run out. I mean, we could do that. It should be allowed to eat. Like, yeah, it's gotta eat. A fella's gotta eat! Something inside you feels a little bit broken, too. Are you still hungry? Eat me. Consume me. My entire being. Yummy, yummy. Oh my god! All you can eat blood fay. Alright. Take cat. Do something with cat. We play with the cat. We play hide and seek. Hallway, kitchen, living room. And now in the meantime, while we wait for 100 seconds to pass. Oh, no, that's ranked. Alright, so we got Volbeat into Zekrom. That's a pretty good lead, because, like, Volbeat can't Thunder Wave me here. Oh, it has Lunge. Okay, that sucks, actually. With Glamora, I don't really need, like, Glamora to be fast, for instance. They immediately forfeit. Alright, what do we have here? Gothitelle into Sneasler. I can't switch because of Shadow Tag, but if I U-turn here, then I'm basically free. Because, like, they're going to want to use a Psychic move here. Because I'm quad weak to it. Suicune is very strong. Thanks to that incredible special bulk. Okay, so they're leftovers. But they're also poisoned. And they have no viable means of recovery. Okay, we're dead. How disappointing. I failed. Try again. No. Okay, so that's not an ending. Do not take cat. Feed the cat. Feed it blood. We're best friends. Stop the cat. Cat, do not do it. You are loved, and I am loved you. Eat me instead. And the blood leaves my body as it sucks it out, like how people try to steal gas. The cat has eaten me. Personal care package. Don't take cat. I do this thing yet? Okay, what the hell am I missing? Leave cat. Turn back. Leave. Go to dog park. This is like, yeah, this is the fucked up part. Go to carnival, enter maze, go watch a movie, go to new cinema. I fucked this up because I've already gotten this ending. I go home. Cat. You haven't kicked the cat off the bed. No, I have kicked the cat off the bed. Because if I do something with cat, no wait, hang on. If I do something alone, like go take nap, and I'm like, move the cat, move cat, move cat, move cat, then it sucks me into the hole. We ever have to finish the maze without dying? Yes, we finished the maze without dying. Did you join in the chant? I didn't join in the chanting at the cinema. That's what it is. Do not take cat. Leave cat. Ignore cat. Go to new cinema. Try to blend in with the crowd. Nice. Where's the chanting? Yeah! Even my brain feels limp. Pastel pink cotton candy. I love cotton candy. I love fitting in. I love melting. Let's all melt into cats. I can't move because there's cats everywhere, and the cats are coming out of my mouth. Happy birthday! You've been enjoying yourself, haven't you? Yay. I as well. Still, all good things must come to an end. I believe you are ready. Do not take cat. I am ready. Only one thing left, so what should you do with a cat that's been very, very, very
Naughty.
hint? I'm gonna need another one. Something that it deserves. Something final. I'm gonna need another one. Something's been doing to you this entire time, over and over again. Alright, can you spell it out a bit more? The act of taking a life. Oh! Kill it! Are you sure? Yeah. Once you do this, won't be able to turn back. Okay. Last chance. Are you really sure about this?
Kill the cat.
That, like, unfull screen the game. You kill the cat! It's a corpse in a box. Check pockets. The cat's dead. I have string. Chocolate. I eat the chocolate. It's good. Got a phone. Take a picture? No point. Cat's dead. Well, what's around the area? Cat's dead. What do I look around for? Trash. And sun. But it's a beautiful day, because the cat's dead. Oh yeah, cat's dead. Let's leave. Yeah, I'm done here. Cat's dead. Nothing exists beyond it. It's just an empty black void. I turn back. There's a dead cat. Because it's dead. Approach the darkness. Cat's not dead. I'm Aww. Well, I'm dead again. Cats have 9 lives. Wait. So I need to kill it 9 times. 8 more left. Do not take it home. Never leave an unconditional love. Not even as young as I was on the day that changed my life forever. Still, I always assumed that they would come to the closest to granting it to me. That's what they always say, right? That a parent's love is unconditional. The wounds they'd inflicted on my skin and in my heart had long since scarred over the day they dealt the final blow. And all it took were 2 little words. Get out. The day they finally turned their backs on me, abandoned me. That was the day it found me. It offered me an unfathomable kind of love. Love that could be limitless, endless, powerful, all-consuming. A love unmatched. A love unlike anything that could exist in this world. But there was one thing about the love it offered. It could never be. Unconditional. Where the fuck am I? Hello again, cat. Never thought of myself as being forgettable. I suppose it's the first time for everything. A cat in an alley. I took you home with me, didn't I? Correct. You were daydreaming so long you even had me worried. You imagine that? Here I am indulging a little playing with my prey. You'd completely zone out on me. Game's no fun if you're not present, you know. Yeah, what's going on? I expect you to have questions. Suppose you put me in a good enough mood, I'll be generous and hear you out. What would you like to know? Why do you keep killing me? Don't be so dramatic. I don't keep killing you. I haven't even killed you even once yet. Those were just thoughts and ideas floating around in your head that admittedly I had a little fun with. Can you blame me? I would have gotten bored if you just waiting for you to wake up. You made me kill you! So I was curious to see if I actually would. You certainly didn't hold back. You must have been quite angry with me. It's fine though. You know what they say about curiosity, yeah? It was my own choice, and besides, I had your back, didn't I? You're like, no. What do you mean I was daydreaming? First thing that came to mind, really. You were on the brink of death, but instead of watching your life flash before your eyes, you got stuck reliving the moment we met. Subconsciously coming up with scenarios in which you managed to survive. Well, maybe you would have, but couldn't resist messing with your imagination a little bit. You did start ignoring me out of nowhere, after all. You know by now how much I love attention. Your little thought experiments were rather amusing, but if I might say, you must have had a pretty dull life to forgo indulging your precious memories of bygone days, in favor of daydreaming about a single encounter over and over and over again. I've heard of having regrets on one's deathbed. This has been ridiculous. Ridiculously intriguing, that is. Perhaps rather than regrets, I was what you found intriguing. Am I still dreaming? You're lucid, I'd say. Since you finally remembered me and all. You finally remembered the end as far as amusing as it has been. Where are we? Inside your head! The real versions of ourselves are halted in time back in your reality, though I doubt much time has passed, actually. These things tend to happen in the blink of an eye, after all. Well, usually anyway. What'd you like to know? You're a cat, what? What do you mean? I've been talking to you all along. Intriguing as your imagination is, it would have run wild without my help. I was guiding you the whole time. Didn't you hear me in your thoughts? Like this? You're a cat, what? Quite powerful, yes, but also not so much. What does that mean? Besides, what makes you think I'm a cat? My appearance? I doubt I resemble any cat you've ever seen before, right? What the hell are you if you're not a cat? I didn't say I wasn't a cat, didn't I? I could be a demon, or a god, or an alien from another galaxy, an interdimensional abomination, or I really could just be a cat. Doesn't really matter what I am, does it? Certainly what I can do would be more of a pressing matter, yes? A real cat couldn't have done all this. Really hung up on appearances, aren't you? You have some kind of proof that cats don't possess powers like mine? I doubt it. And you know, it's pretty rude to keep going on and on about what I am, before you even asked who I am or what my name is. Okay, what's your name? I'm not gonna tell you now. Learn some manners first and we'll see. Well, maybe in your next life anyway. What'd you like to know? What do you want? Talking about my original goals, those are a bit personal, I'd say. Anyway, things have changed. Right now, well, presently I'd like to have some more fun with you. Your company's been very entertaining thus far. Given more time, and under different circumstances, perhaps we even could have been... Well, all good things must come to an end. You can't truly want to spend what little time you have left in regret and delusion, right? Alternatively, I'm also quite hungry after waiting for so long for you to wake up. At this point, I could go either way. Have I satisfied your curiosity now? I got one more question. Why the hell me? All I did was call out for someone to hear me. I called out, and you were the first person who came to me. Simple as that. You hoping for some special reason? I'm afraid I don't have one. Everything I've come to like about you were things discovered after our initial encounter. So there's no big reason for any of this. Yeah, the reason's far less interesting than the results that came about from our interaction. I only called to satiate my hunger, but in doing so I found something far more valuable. I know for a fact that regardless of how this plays out, I'll never forget you.
What do you mean?
Taking a liking to you, human, and so I'll grant you another chance. Another choice.
This place is... cat.
Oh yeah, whenever I was being chased and I turned around and I was like, what? That instinctive desperation to survive, I craved it all, as I am the origin of those delectable emotions. You're already mine, but I will still permit you the chance to accept the reality of your fate. Human, join me, or perish. I'm gonna die. There's nothing left to say. Resigned to your fate, you finally turn around. It's enormous. Shapeless, billowing like thick smoke in the wind. The shadow-like entity towers above you, so high it looks like the sky poured down to earth, and it's still pouring it even. It is unfathomable that your tiny world is even able to stand under the weight of the reality of such a being's existence, and that you and your fragile mind haven't fallen to ruin as well. You step forward into the monstrous miasma and offer yourself to it. Darkness. Surrounded by pure and absolute darkness. You're suddenly hit with the feeling you're not alone. Like you just stepped into an unbearably, impossibly crowded space. Your ears even start to ring with a sensation of countless conversations. Words, whispers, screams. All overlapping. But you don't actually see or hear anyone or anything. You're alone. Even as your senses lie to you, trying to make you think otherwise, you're more alone than you've ever been. Lies. Listen, please. Someone really... I can't see you. Where are you?
Nothing. Nothing left to see. Only hear us.
Listen, listen. Are you trapped too? In this place?
No place. Us. All you see, hear, feel is us. Us. And it. We are victims, prey, like you. We are many, beyond counting. Our bodies gone with time. Wheels left behind. Us. We became what you see. This place is us. Need you. Need your help. Help.
What the hell can I do?
It. Too greedy. Made mistake. Ate too many. We are many. Now strong. We are apes together strong.
Made it strong.
But make mistake. Mistake. Error. Flaw. Weakness.
Why not escape yourselves?
Too long here. Too long. One. We are one. With it. Bodies lost. Minds, wills, us. All corrupted. Well bodied. No, it can't escape. You too. You, we, it. One. All of us. All now one. But you, new, fresh body. Still have body. Escape possible. Still one. Yet. Even just you, if escape with mind, body. Yet would unravel. Lose power, strength, lose us. Us, set free forever. Finally, escape. Help.
How do I do that?
Remember, it lies. Hidden in truths. Lies. Escape. Push forward. It lies. Persist. Persist.
You ignore their words. Deep down, you know, there's no way someone like you could win against something like it. The cat, trying a pointless effort. Hopes of those words, their wills, would all be wasted on you, so you accept your fate, and you choose to perish. Not sure how long it takes, but their pathetic pleas eventually grow silent. You almost wish they would have simply turned to insults and threats. The endless silence, it bears the weight of your guilt and shame, long after your body fades away, and you become one with me. Ending. No. How did you... Well, when you've been dreaming the same day over and over, I start to notice the patterns. Listen, I'm nothing special. I don't really have any friends. I don't like crowds that are going out most of the time. And more often than not, I'm alone, even in my home. One bedroom, one bathroom, and one me living alone in it. It's easier to say that I don't have much to lose. My life is admittedly pretty boring. But it is my life. And if this is my dream, you're not calling the shots anymore. I don't think you understand what's going on here. No, you're the one who isn't getting it. You called me. You're the one who needs me. Whether it's to eat me or kill me or make me yours forever, it doesn't matter. I'm done here. I'm going home. Forget yourself, human! You ungrateful little creature. I give you my patience, my attention, my love, and you think you can just leave? I didn't have to, you know. I could have just eaten you whenever I liked, but instead, I gave you time to understand, time to accept what was happening. I gave you a choice. You, an unremarkable little nothing of existence whom no one would even notice was missing if I'd just taken you as I pleased, dreaming away about endless possibilities. Never having to worry about permanent consequence ever again, about choosing wrong. Little world you could live inside your head. I offered it all to you. I gave you the choice to join me and have it all. And you refused. You said you'd rather die, didn't you? And yet here you are trying to go back on your choices, going to continue to reject me. Reject my love. So foolish, ungrateful. Just like the others, you don't even know what you want. Another bundle of contradictions. You wish for solitude, yet you live in fear of being alone. You fear being forgotten, undesired, unloved. Yet, even though I love you and desire you, even though I promise to never forget you, even though I am the only one willing to never leave you, you still reject me! Stupid little child. Done waiting. You do not get a second chance. You've made your choice and you will accept the consequences. You are going to stay here with the rest of these ingrates forever. Have you heard of changing your mind? I just think that doesn't erase your original decision. It's been permanently etched into reality. You think you could be, you think yourself so important you are above facing the truth of that reality? No. That doesn't mean I can't do my best to make things right. Still here, aren't I? Means I can always make choices. Better choices. You gave yourself to me. You are already part of me. This might be your pathetic little delusion. Don't forget that I'm the one in control here, human. Yeah, that's right. Those twisted choices in my dreams were all you, weren't they? Help. Running enddream.exe. What? Persist! What are you doing, you useless traitors? Stop! I think it's about time I start making my own choices. Persist. I'm back in the alley. It's not here. Good. I think I need to get home. I step forward out of the alley. It's gonna take some getting used to. I step forward toward the entrance of the thankfully empty alley. Almost out of this place. Almost home. When suddenly... You aren't going anywhere. Go back. Go right. Go home. Where's my choice? Where the hell do I go? Go watch a movie. Go to the old theater. Go right. Fuck. Don't give in to it. Persist. Go watch a movie. Go to the old theater. Go left. Go right. Go left. Go right. Go right. Go left. I'll go back. I love the carnival. I go right. I go right. I go left. I go right. Go back. I go left. I go watch a movie. at the new cinema. I love new movies. I go left. Hello, my beautiful friends. Friends. Would you like to give birth together? Group birthing session in the theater starts in 2 hours. Go back. Hello, dog. Go left from dog. Hello again, dog. Go right from dog. Go right from dog. Go right from dog. Go left from dog.
Many escape, many flee now. Yeah, losing us. Losing strength.
Your escape possible now. Where the hell is it? Next up is this. No, not that. There it is.
You are mine! We go ahead. We go free. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. All of you. I won't forget you. Go home! I go right. I go left. I go back. I go right. I go home. I go left. Please. Go right. Don't leave me. I go left. I'll die without you. I go right. I'll die. Go right. I'll die. Push forward. Wait. I'm back where it all began. The alley. And in that cardboard box at the back of the alley. There you are. You look nothing like the impossibly cute cat I met. Well, what feels like a lifetime ago. After escaping and releasing the wills of all your victims, all that's left of you now is an inky black blob seething up at me. The endless hatred pouring out of your singular eye doesn't scare me at all. Do not take this cat home.
Don't leave. You're mine.
No, I'm not.
Took them away. They were mine. All gone. Took them away. Took everything from me.
They weren't yours either.
Alone.
You never had to begin to be, if you were lonely, you'd just been their friend. You didn't want their friendship. They left because you tricked them, kidnapped them, hurt them. You stole their lives, their time. Never wanted to get any of it back. You brought this on yourself. Do not take this cat home.
What perfect.
I'm not.
You are. Don't need the others. Just need you. Stay with me.
I won't.
I'll give you anything. Be everything for you.
No. You can't. You couldn't even before. You definitely can't now. And if you could give me everything I ever wanted and more, I'd still never stay. Do not take this cat home.
I love you.
No, you...
I do. So much. I love you. I love that.
Stop. Maybe you do love me. In some strange, screwed up way I'll never understand. But even if that's the case, not enough.
Please, don't go. I'll be good.
I don't believe you.
I promise.
I can't trust you.
I promise. Just don't leave. Don't leave me alone. Please, I'll die. I'll die without you.
Do not take this cat home.
I hate you.
Now that, I can believe. Nothing left to say. I watch in silence as the cat, it's it, fades away into nothing. Goodbye. With one last glance around the alley, I turn and leave. Ending 38. Do not take this cat home. Today has been surprising. Yeah, pleasantly so. Day off that started with admittedly crummy weather led me to the old theater, where I enjoyed a movie by myself. My laughter filled up the empty theater. Rain had stopped by the time the movie was over, and I was in such a good mood that I hopped over to the not-so-new cinema to watch not to watch another movie, but to play around in the arcade, earning a few high scores. With the gamer in me awakened, I went to the carnival to play some more, and was humbled fairly quickly. I did manage to win a small stuffed animal at the ring toss booth. The design is questionable. I freaking love it. Rides weren't so bad either. Got inducted into a group for a bit while waiting in the line for the Ferris wheel, bonding over our shared mistrust of the carnival game's vendors. Even shared a carriage on the Ferris wheel with a few of them. Changing numbers before we parted ways. I don't know if I'll ever see them again or if any of them would ever call me, or if they even had in me to call any of them. But having the option to do so is nice. Feels nice. Baby steps. After all, even that tiny bit of interaction, though fun, exhausted me. So I went to recharge at the dog park, feeling rejuvenated with the sight of dogs. Old, young, big and small, all running around. Happy and carefree. You're the owners even let me take pictures. Yeah, today was a good day. I don't think about the cat or it, I guess, much these days. It was hard at first. In the immediate days and weeks that followed, what happened to me was all I could think about. There were days I blamed myself, days I questioned my choices. I went back to the alley more times than I want to admit. Feeling that always went through me at the side of that empty cardboard box was so indescribable, so overwhelming. I'd sometimes break down and cry right where I stood. It took a while, but eventually this strange emotion became clearer and clearer, until I had the courage to recognize it for what it was. Relief. I've been so afraid to feel it for so long, terrified to even let my guard down. But that sense of relief finally returned. Relief that it was gone, and I was free to live my life. However, simply or extraordinarily, I wished. The ones it had imprisoned, I never heard their voices again either. But that's for the best. Living here and now, never forgetting what they did for me, and what I did for them too. For now, I think that's enough. At least I hope so. Now wherever they are, they're finally at peace. I'm fighting for my own peace too. One day at a time. One tomorrow after another. Finally, I head home to my little apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom, and one me living alone in it. Well, almost anyway. I'm home, baby! A little kitten flails as it awkwardly runs over and mules up at me. I kneel down, looking fondly at its hazel green eye. The poor thing had been hurt and starving when I found it a few weeks ago. But it certainly got its energy back after a little food and care. Do you miss me? Hungry, huh? Me too, it's been a long day. Let's find you something to eat, okay? Yes, there is one more thing living in my home. And, at least for now, I wouldn't have it any other way. Ending another day. The end. There is nothing in the box. Play with me. No, never again. Okay, so that's just if you want to go back in. 39 out of 40 endings. Holy shit, what am I missing? I mean, okay, wait, no, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the ending where I just go with him. Look, okay, like, I don't hate this game. Again, like, I'm just bad with horror and, like, subtext and, like, subtleties and, like, all that jazz. So, like, whenever... And plus, like, also... Okay, like, so much of this game is just kind of like, what if you did this thing with the cat and then it murdered you, like, bad? And it's like, damn, what if I did that thing with the cat and then it murdered me bad? So, like, by ending, like, 17, I'd say that, like, I kind of got it. Okay, cat stands for suicide. Okay, yeah. But also, by, like, ending 17, I kind of got it. What do I have around here? What do I have? I got this. Okay, not that. But I mean, like, yeah. There's too many endings for me. I'd say that. I think that's my problem with it. If I had to, like, levy a criticism against it. There's just, like... There's just too many endings. Like, you could have cut down on the endings by, like, half. And I think the game would still flow and function very well. But overall, good game. There we go. That's another horror game down. I will return Wednesday for yet another spooky game from the list. Here's Amma. Amma's playing Death's Door. I don't know what Death's Door is. It might be scary. She, like, literally just started. Again, Wednesday, I Am Thing. Wednesday Sparking Zero Day. Yeah, if you pay like $30 bajillion for it. Otherwise, it's on Friday for like everybody else. Anyway, I leave now. I think I need to go eat. And also like shower. I don't know why, but like my home is like really sweaty and I'm really sweaty. Cute Bird Zelda. Cute Bird Zelda. Bye. Wednesday. Horror games again. Spooky. What if there's a goblin? What's that behind you? It's the goblin. If you're still here, like leave. I'm turning back on the browser source.